Chapter 7, Force and Energy. Get into what would be the result of applying force in the following situations. Number 1, when you try to push a wall. Number 2, when you push the knob of a door. Number 3, when you push the swing for your sister. Number 4, when you paddle your standing cycle backwards. Number 5, when you flatten a ball of dough with a rolling pin. Number 6, when you kick a football for a goal. Number 7, when you fly kites with your friends. We experience different results of the application of force in our daily life. We cannot see the force, but we can see what a force does. This is called the effect of force. Force and its effects. Force is the push or pull applied by one object on another. The effects of force are as follows. It can start or stop the movement of an object. It can change the path or speed of a moving object. It can change the shape or size of an object. Forces are broadly classified into two categories. Number 1, contact force. Number 2, non contact force. Contact force. Contact force happens when two objects come in contact with each other. There are various types of contact forces, such as frictional force, elastic force, muscular force, etc. Let us learn about these forces. Frictional force or friction. Friction is a force which opposes the motion of a moving body. It is produced when two objects rub against each other. It slows down the moving body and finally stops it. Rough surfaces produce more friction than the smooth ones. Uses of friction. The friction between rubber tires and the road makes a vehicle move forward. With no friction, the tires would just spin. Friction between shoe soles and the ground prevents slipping while walking. Writing with the pencil requires friction. Demerits of friction. When two parts of a machine rub against each other, they can cause damage. Using lubricants such as oil can reduce friction. If you want to move an object, friction can make the job more difficult. Excess friction can make it difficult to ride a bicycle or walk through sand. Muscular force. Muscular force happens when we push or pull something using our muscles. Kicking a football, hitting a ball with a bat, opening a door, etc., are the examples of muscular force. Elastic force. An elastic force happens when something is being compressed or stretched. Stretching of a rubber band, stretching of a spring, etc., are the examples of elastic force. Non contact force. Non contact force happens when two objects interact without touching each other. Gravitational force, magnetic force, and electrostatic force are the examples of non contact force. Let us learn about these forces. Gravitational force. The force of attraction of Earth that pulls objects towards its center is called gravitational force of the Earth. Sir Isaac Newton was the first to propose this force when he saw an apple falling from the tree to the ground. Infomine. The uneven composition of Earth leads the variation in gravitational force at different places on the Earth's surface. Electrostatic force. Some objects can produce electrical force. This force is due to attraction between charged particles. Pull up your sleeves. Rub a plastic comb on your hair for some time. Then, bring the comb near small bits of paper. You will observe that the bits of paper get attracted by the comb and fly towards it. The reason behind this is that when you rub the comb on your hair, it acquires electrical charge. This charge acts as electrostatic force and causes the bits of paper to move towards the comb. Magnetic force. This force is exerted by a magnet on metals like iron, nickel, and cobalt. Magnetic force is used to separate iron from garbage dumps. Energy. Energy is the ability to do work. There are different forms of energy. Some of them are mechanical energy, sound energy, heat energy, light energy, electrical energy, etc. Let us learn about them. Mechanical energy. This energy is due to the position or motion of an object. This energy is of two types: potential energy and kinetic energy. Potential energy. Energy possessed by an object due to its position is called potential energy. An object kept at a height possesses potential energy. For example, an arrow stretched back on a bowstring possesses potential energy. Kinetic energy. Energy possessed by an object due to its motion is called kinetic energy. For example, a moving car possesses kinetic energy. Sound energy. This energy is produced by music players, TVs, horns, loudspeakers, and musical instruments. Heat energy. This is an internal energy in an object due to its temperature, usually high temperature. We get heat energy from the sun and also by burning fuels like coal, wood, petroleum, etc. Infomine. Heat energy is also known as thermal energy. Light energy. Light is a kind of energy which makes things visible to us. Sun, bulb, torch, etc. are sources of light energy. Electrical energy. The energy which we use to run electrical appliances like TVs, washing machines, refrigerators, etc., is called electrical energy. Electrical energy is generated in power stations. Law of conservation of energy. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another. For example, energy of flowing water can be converted into electrical energy, and electrical energy can be transformed into light energy, heat energy, sound energy, etc. Electrical energy is transformed to heat energy. Electrical energy is transformed to mechanical energy. Electrical energy is transformed to light and heat energy. Find an answer. Natural things such as air and water also supply force. Can you give some examples of forces applied by them? Up for review. Answer in one word or phrase. Number one, it can change the shape or size of an object. Number two, it slows down the moving body and finally stops it. Number three, the ability to do work. Number four, it is an internal energy of an object. Infomine. When an object is immersed in water or any fluid, the fluid applies an upward force on the immersed object. This upward force is called buoyant force. Take a look. Types of forces: contact force, frictional force, muscular force, elastic force, non contact force, gravitational force, electrostatic force, magnetic force. Forms of energy: mechanical, sound, heat, light, electrical, kinetic, potential.